Okay, I want to start off this video by saying that the picks that I made were based off of mock draft machine with the best available players that fit a position of need at the time of picking. So what I did is I selected Broncos, and then I did 7 rounds, and then I started the draft. And you would see that they would start picking players for each team. It might not be correct. Like, some of these players might be going earlier than they should, or maybe they're not going early enough. So you pick, and then I make the pick for the Broncos, who I think they're gonna pick best available at the time of picking. So I wanted to throw that out there. If you guys want me to do a mock draft where I don't use this and I do what I think based on who I think will be available at that time, let me know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research into the class, because I haven't done a whole lot of research into the later round picks. So just let me know. But yeah, I think let's go ahead. Let's jump in to this 7 round mock draft, and yeah, let me know what you think. So here we go. So yeah, the Broncos are my favorite team, so that's why I'm doing their 7 round mock draft first. I don't even know if I'm gonna do another team, honestly, but we'll have to see. Let me know if you want me to do your team in the comments. But yeah, with the 15th pick, I have us selecting Henry Ruggs, the third wide receiver out of Alabama. Honestly, we just need a number 2 option outside of Courtland Sutton. So if CeeDee Lamb is there, Jerry Jeudy, I could see us picking up them. But I really, for some reason, I like Henry Ruggs. I like Henry Ruggs over Jerry Jeudy, which is kind of surprising. I mean, if CeeDee Lamb was there, then I think we might pick CeeDee Lamb over Henry Ruggs, which I'm fine with, because CeeDee Lamb and Henry Ruggs are the two wide receivers that I would want to come to the Broncos. Don't get it wrong. I like Jerry Jeudy. I just think Henry Ruggs and CeeDee Lamb are the two best that I would like to come to the Broncos. Now, Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb are both most likely going to be off the board by the 15th pick. So I have us going with Henry Ruggs, who is the speedy guy out of Alabama. He's about just as fast as Tyreek Hill, and we know how deadly Tyreek Hill is as Broncos fans. So if we could get a weapon like that on our team, hey, I'll take it. He had 40 receptions for 746 yards, 7 TDs, and he averaged about 18 yards per carry. 18.6 if you want to be specific. So, yeah, he was a playmaker. Obviously, those numbers weren't higher because he had Jerry Jeudy as his opposite receiver. So he didn't put up the numbers that he could have, because he was the number 2 option on the Alabama team. But, that just shows how much he can take away from the first receiver, because he's going to draw attention from other DBs, which is going to leave our number 1 option, Courtland Sutton, open down the field. So I think Henry Ruggs would be an amazing pickup for the Broncos. With I can't remember what pick it is, but the 46th pick, I have us selecting Bryce Hall, cornerback out of Virginia. Now, I don't know if Chris Harris Jr. is going to be re-signing with us, as sad as that is to say. I really don't know if he's going to sign with us or re-sign with us, or if we're going to even offer him another contract. So I know we're going to address cornerback in the offseason. We're going to try to sign a veteran. And then we already have Bryce Callahan, Devontae Bosby, and a bunch of other corners. But I think we need to maybe get a younger guy at the position, go 2nd round, and I think we go Bryce Hall, the cornerback out of Virginia. Now, his stats this past season weren't amazing. I don't know if he got hurt or not. I didn't check that. I probably should have, but I didn't. Last season for Virginia, he had 20 tackles, 1 sack, and 4 passes defended, which isn't great. But if you look at his the season before that, which is the 2018 season, he had 62 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions for 19 yards, and he had 21 passes defended, which are pretty decent numbers. I really think he got hurt last season because yeah, those numbers are kind of concerning if he didn't get hurt. Um, but you know, I think with Vic Fangio, Ed Donatel, I think we could, I think we could coach him into, being a pretty good corner. And yeah, it does look like yeah, okay, yeah, he did get hurt. He was projected apparently to go in the first round before his injury. So I mean, if we could pick him up in the second round, I think that would be an absolute steal. With the 77th pick, I have us selecting offensive lineman Calvin Throckmorton. Now, offensive line is a position that we really need help with. We just do. We got Dalton Reisner, the rookie or I guess he's gonna be the second year guy out of Kansas State, and he played honestly pretty well, for us last season. However, our line isn't either very good or needs some upgrading. For example, our other guard, Ron Leary, he's getting up there in age. I don't know if we're going to re-sign him or not. So we do need to pay attention and probably draft an offensive lineman. Garrett Bowles, I'm not a big fan of. I don't know. He holds all the time. I don't know. I think we need to maybe draft his replacement in Calvin Throckmorton. And Juwan James, he got hurt like in the first game of the season. He barely played all season long when we offered him that massive contract. So I do think we go and we draft another tackle here, maybe put some pressure on Bulls. Elijah Wilkinson did step up. So yeah. The two that I was happy with, Dalton Reisner, and then I really liked Connor McGovern this season at center. So I think we could pick up Calvin Throckmorton. We might be able to move him into a guard position for Ron Leary if he, obviously, if Ron Leary doesn't stick with the team next semester, or not next semester, next season, or he could be our potential future left tackle, because I don't know if we'll pick up, or we are picking up Garrett Bowles' fifth-year option, but I don't know if we're going to keep him around after his fifth-year option. So I think we pick up Calvin Throckmorton with the 77th pick. With the 83rd pick, I have us picking Brandon Jones, the safety out of Texas. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why would you have the Broncos picking a safety? You're going to re-sign Justin Simmons, and you got Kareem Jackson. Yes, we do. However, I don't know if we're going to re-sign Will Parks. I hope we re-sign Will Parks, but if we don't, we do need a safety of the future, because Kareem Jackson is getting a little bit up there in age. So I don't know. He's got 2 years left on his contract, and then afterwards, I don't know if he's going to be sticking around. But, this is just insurance in case one of them gets hurt or we don't re-sign Will Parks. We're going to need another safety. So I think we pick up Brandon Jones out of Texas, have him sit for a little bit, and then maybe learn behind Justin Simmons, Kareem Jackson, and then eventually, when it's his time, we plug him into the system and see how he does. Last season, he had 86 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and 4 passes defended for Texas. So not too bad, but I do think we need to pick up another safety if we don't re-sign Will Parks. If we do, of course, I think we don't draft safety. I think we go offensive lineman here again. But yeah, I will I'm going to make another mock draft, 7-round mock draft for the Broncos. Probably after free agency happens, after all the free agency signings, and we re-sign our own players. That's probably when the next one's going to be. But yeah, just for right now, I think we go Brandon Jones. With a 95th pick, I have us going Jacob Phillips, linebacker out of LSU. I really like this pick. I really do. And so Jacob Phillips, linebacker, So if we look at our linebacker position, we do need some upgrades there. We have Alexander Johnson, who I thought came in and played great last season. We also had Todd Davis, who I think is kind of regressing, not the best. And then we also have Josie Jewell, who, I like him, but he hasn't really done anything in his first 2 seasons, which is fine. It's going to take some learning. But I do think, just as a precaution, we do need to pick up another linebacker, and I like Jacob Phillips out of LSU. Obviously, he wasn't the star on LSU's defense. You have, of course, Grant Delpitz, and then you have Kayvon Chassison, right? I believe that's who the cornerback is. I can't really think of his name right now, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. I do think we need a linebacker. I don't know. I don't think he'll start right away, but I really like this pick. I think it's great value for the 95th pick. He had 105 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble last year. And I do think this is great value for the 95th pick. So, yeah. With the 108th pick, this is a questionable pick. I'm honestly questioning myself why I did this one. But I have us picking Devin Duvernay, wide receiver out of Texas. I don't know, because we have Cortland Sutton as the number 1 receiver, and then we would have Henry Ruggs as the number 2 receiver, and then I really like Deshaun Hamilton and Tim Patrick is number 3 and 4, and then number 5, honestly, probably Deontay Spencer, our current returner. I kind of like, but just in case, I don't know if Deontay Spencer doesn't work out. I like him as a return man, but if he doesn't work out for whatever reason, we do have Juwan Winfrey though. I did forget about that. I don't know. I think this is just a value pick at this point. Picking best player available. I don't know what I was thinking when I chose this pick. I don't think we draft another wide receiver after Henry Ruggs. I think Henry Ruggs is the only receiver that we go, but I think we go line here. If I could change my mock draft right now, I would have us go in a lineman right here instead of Devin Duvernay. But anyway, he had 106 receptions, 1,300 yards, averaged 13.1 yards, and he had 9 TDs. But I do think we go line here. I kind of misjudged this pick a little bit. So yeah, but I don't think it's a bad pick, but I just don't think we would go this route if we had Cortland Sutton, Henry Ruggs, Deshaun Hamilton, Tim Patrick, and Juwan Winfrey. I don't think we would pick another wide receiver. That's just me. I made a mistake, but I'm sticking with it. I think it's a good value pick. I do think it's a good value pick. With the 127th pick, I have selecting Cole Van Lanen, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. Like I said before, our line needs help. Our line needs some serious help. We would have Dalton Reisner as guard, Connor McGovern as center, maybe Calvin Throckmorton as the other guard, and then Garrett Bowles and Juwan Winfrey at the tackles. But I do think we need to pick up another offensive lineman. Say Bowles just keeps holding and holding and holding, and he keeps holding the team back. Then maybe we switch Throckmorton to left tackle and we plug in Van Lanen in at guard. I don't know. I just think we need some more offensive line depth because, man, we need a block for Philip Lindsay so he can get going again. We need a block for Drew Lock next season. We just need offensive line help. It's a big need. It's a big need. So Cole Van Lanen, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin, is who I have us going with this pick. With the 161st pick, I have us going to Ezra Cleveland, offensive tackle out of Boise State. Once again, as I was saying, we need some more linemen, and I'm just going best linemen available. Doesn't matter if they're tackle, doesn't matter if they're interior linemen like guards and centers. I just have us picking up linemen. I feel like, well, the tackles are probably the positions that they want to play. I feel like if we can move them around, I feel like they're great value. Even if not, if they just play tackle, that's fine. But yeah, I do think though that we go best available lineman. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, that's just what I have us doing. And with our final pick, the pick number 214, I have us going Darius Anderson, running back out of TCU. You know, Devontae Booker hasn't panned out well in the NFL. I think we're gonna cut him this season. And I like Royce Freeman and Philip Lindsay, the 1-2 punch combo. However, I do think we need a third back. Just in case. I don't think we're going to re-sign Theo Riddick. I don't think we're going to keep Devontae Booker around. I do think we need a third running back. Darius Anderson, why not take a shot of him out of TCU? He had 151 attempts, 823 yards. He averaged about 5 yards per carry. He had 6 TDs, and he did not fumble last season. And I like the pick. I like the pick here. Definitely value pick, but I don't know. I really don't know. I really like Darius Anderson. I really like this pickup. Obviously, Philip Lindsay, Royce Freeman are going to be the obvious backs, but just in case we need a third back, maybe a receiving back or something like that, pick up Darius Anderson. Guys, and I do want to, before I end the video, I want to go back to this pick right here, Devin Duvernay. Right here, if I could change this pick, I would change it to be an interior lineman. So either a guard or a center. That's who I would put here. Best available guard or center. Because, yeah. And, yeah. But if you guys would like me to do another Broncos mock draft, let me know. It's going to be after free agency happens, so it's going to be a little bit. It will be a little bit until the next Broncos mock, but let me know. Also, let me know if in that next mock, if you want me to do trades, because I would be kind of happy to do trades. I really don't know what we're going to do with the picks, though. I know we're not going to trade away our first or second round pick, because I think from reports we really want Henry Ruggs out of Alabama, and then we could trade the second round pick. I just know we're not going to trade the first round pick, because I know we want Henry Ruggs out of Alabama. But I mean, we could always trade up with all our picks, because we do have these 3 third round picks, and then those 2 fourth round picks. So, we could always trade up, but, this Henry Ruggs pick, I feel pretty confident about. So, yeah, just let me know if you want to do trades. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I definitely will do another Broncos mock draft. However, it's going to be after free agency happens, so it'll be a little bit, but don't worry, I'm going to be doing mock drafts for the whole first round every week. So you can stick around and look forward to those. But yeah, if I had to pick the players that I feel most confident about us drafting, it would be Henry Ruggs. Bryce Hall, I kind of have a gut feeling we might go him. Calvin Throckmorton, I have a pretty good feeling we'll go him. And then honestly, I don't know, Darius Anderson, I kind of feel good about, and then Cole Van Linnen I kind of feel good about. But then Throckmorton and Ruggs are the 2 that I feel the most confident about. But this is my mock draft. Maybe you think I got picks wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you thought you liked it. I don't mind it. We need to address the number 2 wide receiver on the team. offensive lineman help, and that's pretty much it. I drafted us a number 2 wide receiver, and then I gave us lineman help. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, let me know what you thought, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Let me know what you think I should do for tomorrow's video. So yeah, until next time.